What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. So we're going to be working again on this 1968 Dodge Charger with the Hellcat Swap behind us. So if you guys are new to the channel, we've been working on this thing. This vehicle showed up not running, not working, no keys were working, absolutely completely unoperable, and we ended up programming some keys to it. But what we found was there was a red key in the car, but it was already locked up, and when I had the locksmith come out, they could not program it. So in the last episode, if you guys watched that one, we got the headlights all working. But what I want to start off with today is we've got two black keys. And then if you guys do or don't know, you have to actually order the red key from the dealer. You can get away with aftermarket ones with the black keys, but in order to unlock the 707 horsepower, you do need a red key from the dealer. There might be an aftermarket one, but I wouldn't trust it. So as you can see here, here's this one. So this remote works. We've got another black key working. That one works. And we got to call the locksmith out to get this one programmed. So here is an actual OEM red key here. So you can see here, it's the red key. It says SRT with the Hellcat on the back. But if we push unlock, it doesn't do anything. So it's not programmed yet, so we're gonna get this programmed. I also wanna show you guys just before we get started, I'll bring this key in the car. It's not gonna do anything because it's not programmed anything, but I wanna show you guys what it's like without the red key. So I'll show you guys that all the different sport modes and everything, they're not even available to us without this red key. So this thing is limited to like 500 horsepower right now. Let me grab the other key and I'll show you. So here we go, we've got the red key in here right now. Nothing works. It's not gonna turn on for us because, again, it's gonna say we don't have the key. So this thing is pissed off because it can't find a key. So let me go over here. We will grab at least one of the black keys and I'll show you that we don't have the menu for the 707. Well, here we go. Black keys now coming in the car. Now, there you go. Accessory, run. And I'll show you. So over here, also it will show normally, if it has the red key, it'll show it up in here. So look, drive modes. If we push the SRT button down here, and we still have to put in all the dash. So look here, SRT pages, you can see here, it doesn't have anything, it only says black key. So black key, we don't have the different horsepower options, and you're kind of stuck. You can't really do much of anything. So I'm gonna get this key programmed. So this key will work. Again, it doesn't work, doesn't do anything. Red key's in the car, but it says we only have the black key right here. Can't do anything. Let's get this programmed. All right, so now we got the red key programmed to the car. So if I cycle the ignition, turn it to run, there you go. Now you can see red key on the dash, 700 horsepower. We can select all of our different transmission modes. We couldn't before, so sport, track, all that stuff. And now you can see here it actually says red key in the corner. And now we've got the full 700 horse here. So just something that I wanted to get done. That way this thing is operating in the proper map and has the full power. And now it has 3 keys programmed to the vehicle. All right, so also in the last video, I told you guys I wanted to dress in the wiring. So I got all the wires dressed in. I'm still waiting on a couple of fuses. So I still have to put some inline fuses here so that this is all fused. But everything's all dressed in. Did my best to kind of just tuck away and bundle all the wires. Again, we're not modifying all the wires to the chassis. We're just organizing them. So of course, this wiring harness was originally in a Charger, so they're, not perfectly to length. If you wanted to build a completely custom harness, you could, but that's a whole nother huge project if we wanted to go that route. Anyways, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get the amplifier mounted, and then after getting the amplifier mounted, we have all of these bundles of wires just hanging out here, which I have to figure out what the deal is with. So these, as far as I know, run to the doors. And you'll see here, we've got 4 window switches because there's these little half windows back here too. So we've got that. And then also, I believe there's power door locks, and I have no idea what any of this is wired to. So all I'm left with is a bunch of wires to guess what's what. Along with this, there is a tiny bit of, I don't even know, well, I shouldn't even say that. I don't trust any of the labels at this point based on the rest of the history of the vehicle. So this says T windows. I don't know, I guess I'll have to check that out. And we've got this, it says green is purple. Green is purple, door locks. So who knows, boys? I'm gonna have to start from square one. I don't want to because this is all custom. Might have to remove these door panels to see what's going on underneath these. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out first without removing anything, but if needs be, we might have to take these off to see what color wire is running everywhere, because it's kind of a mystery right now. All right, guys, so as suspected, all the wiring is, of course, messed up with the windows, at least. I haven't even tried to see if there is door locks or what's going on there. But I supplied power to what we got here. I got 3 of the windows to work. When I try the other side, it shorts out. So this one, I think it's that back window. So you can probably see over there. That window going up and down. I think this one is this. Yeah, this is this mini window. So that goes up and down. The switch here, there's a switch. I don't know if you guys can see right there. That one doesn't work. It goes up, but down is up and up does nothing. So you can put it down and you can put it by pressing down, it goes up, but I can't go the other way. It does nothing, so that's wired incorrectly. I think this one is the one that arcs, and then the last one, yeah, this one works. So this one goes up and down, but again, they're just, I don't know why you would position these switches that way, like why you would do the back windows here and the front windows. This one, it just shorts out when you try to do anything. So this panel's got to come off. I got to see what the heck's going on in here. Obviously they didn't wire it properly, so yeah, let me try to take this panel off as carefully as possible, but I got to get in here and see what's going on because it's not wired properly. All right, so this is just held on by 2 long screws through there, as you can see. So that comes off, and then behind here we've got a Phillips screw right there. And then normally there'd be a crank window screw there or a clip holding that on, but we don't have that obviously. So other than that, should be a bunch of speed clips around this. All right, you guys, again, I could not make this up if I tried. So the reason why that window was shorting out is because there's literally copper sticking out of the back of the switch. Remember, it was the 3rd one, and it was arcing out on here. So as soon as you touch the switch, you are positively charging this piece of copper that's literally sitting on top of sheet metal. So now, without this panel on there, if I activate the switch, it actually operates the window. So stupid. So there you go. So that part of it works, but so now we have functioning windows, I suppose. So all 4 of them work from here. That switch doesn't work, as we now know, but I have to figure out if that switch works. I'm not sure just yet. Let's see. See if this switch works. Passenger switch. Nope. Oh, this one, you can put it down, but you can't put it up, and it's upside down. So there's that. And this switch, you can put it down, but you can't put it up. Oh, I don't know. So weird. It's almost like there's like a safety lock on it. You can put it down, but you can't put it up. I wonder if it's like some sort of child safety lock or something. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what kit this is either. I still gotta research more and figure this out. Okay, so this is some sort of weird plug, and that one post sticks up way higher than the rest. So I'm going to trim this down so that it is even, so it doesn't protrude out like we're having happen, and that way we don't have this one shorting out on us. There we go. Now all the posts are the same height, so that one won't stick out the back and short out on the chassis. And there you go. When I put this back on, it doesn't stick out the back, so it's one thing done. And I guess, as you can probably read here, door lock rod, somebody has taped it to the metal here, so that's where that is supposed to go. That's the missing one, I suppose, whether it's got all the hardware, but that is the rod itself, as you can see here. So at least somebody labeled it for us, but I guess we'll remove that. So we have that. So there she is. All right, guys. Well, I figured out part of the mystery. So I think, do I still have this connected? So the windows work all on this switch now. So down, up. Well, this one, down won't work right now because I have the switch disconnected. On this one, the switch is upside down. So that's why up is down and down is up and only one direction works. Like I said, this thing is crazy, guys. So check this out. You can pretty much see the problem right here. So when they install the switch, they pretty much have it on an angle like this. So you can't physically move the switch the rest of the way, but you can move it this way, which is down. But if you look at the switch, it's already mostly down, but the switch is upside down in the actual panel. So if you push up, it goes down. And if you push down, it doesn't work. But if we push on it, it's getting limited by the bezel. But if I push on it a little harder, I can actually get it to go back up. Because the actual bezel is limiting it. But if I push it down hard, I can actually get the window to go up. So we gotta adjust a lot of that. The issue also back here is the same thing. The switch, you can see it's already favoring the top. So you can go down, but you can't go up. Well, you can go up, but you have to really push on it. It's not centered. I'm not sure how these panels, or if these panels will come out because the roll cage is here. I don't know if I want to mess with that, but the switch does work. It's just you have to push on it really hard. This one, I think this one is upside down. So down is up and up. I don't know if I'll be able to push it hard enough. No, this one, it's limited, but yeah, down is up. So this switch is flipped. I don't know if you guys can even see that because it's pretty dark in here, but that is the issue with the windows, and I still have to wire them in, but I've just kind of quickly hot wired them to test them, but we got a lot of work to do here. So hopefully you can see from the back here, I'm just gonna loosen these screws. The switch is like this cranked in the panel. So we'll take these out and hopefully we can reset it. Oh my God, you guys, so you just have to seat it properly. You guys saw the angle it was on, but that was the problem. Okay, so now the switch is not physically limited. So it centers itself in the bezel. So now let's go try it. All right, would you look at that? Down is down and up is up. So look at that. Down is down, up is up now. So that's one more out of the way. Let me see if I can correct these ones. I almost feel like just getting it done since this is down, but I can't put it up without pushing on it like a maniac. Let me see if this panel is able to sneak out of here without too much headache. All right, same deal here, you guys. So it's got this one pin that sticks out and can literally arc out on the body. So I'm gonna trim that back. And then same thing, you can see the switch isn't centered in here and it's favoring one side. So I gotta take this out, drop it back in the way it's supposed to sit, and then this one should be fixed. All right, so we trim back that extra post. Now our switch is centered and down and up. All right, we got one last one to fix. All right, last one again, a post that can arc out and a switch that is not properly seated. And also this switch is upside down as well. If you guys remember, it only goes one way, so I can't push up, but if I push down, down is up. Because if I go over here to the main control, if I put the window down and I push down on this switch, the window goes back up. So I gotta flip this switch. Another annoying part is you'll notice some purple marker or something that they use to trace there. And then the back seat, you also notice some purple writing there. Well, somebody wrote on the panel, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, right there, there's purple marker on that. So I don't know if that's just the paint marker, but yeah. Not fun. I don't know, hopefully it comes off. All right, so last switch is in order. So now we push down, window goes down, push up, window goes up. So there we go. Let's throw this back in place. All right, so I installed these rear panels, but Probably gonna have to adjust the windows because they haven't been adjusted. I'm just trying to get the electrical part working. For example, when you put the windows down, and I think they don't even, I think they need to be adjusted up, but one goes down, this one will go down, oh, that one does, and that one, I think one of them goes down more than the other. See how that one stays up about maybe an inch or so, and this one's completely tucked away. So just kind of threw the panels in here. I didn't put on those little clips. If you guys have ever dealt with these older cars with these clips, it is an absolute nightmare. So I didn't put in all the little spring clips. That way that can be adjusted later. But here we go, window up. Same thing here. This window goes up. And the front ones as well, they work. So there's that one. I don't know which one's which at this point. I'm not familiar with the orientation of these switches. There we go. So there's that one. So while I still have the front door panels off, I'm gonna figure out the door locks and all that wiring. We've got all of mess of wiring here on both sides, and not sure what the brand is or how we're gonna incorporate this, but you guys know me, I will get to the bottom of this. So let me spend a bunch of time figuring all this out, how we're gonna try to integrate it into the factory system, and I will let you guys know once I get it sorted out and what I come up with. Okay guys, so I got a lot of the wiring bundled up. This is the next day, and I dressed everything nice. I don't know if you guys remember before, but there's just wires all over the place, twisted. Same thing with over there. Got everything all dressed in, and I went ahead and secured everything. So everything's secured, and both sides are done. I'm going to, one other thing before I hop over to the other side, I just want to point this out, is I might get this backwards, and you know, the people that really know these cars inside and out, I believe it's on the 68, the door lock is here, where you can see that hole right there. So door lock is here, but this has a hole right here, which is where I believe the 69 is, but there's no hole there. And if we go over to the other side, on this side, it has the hole here, but no hole here. And this is where the lock is. So looks like on that side, if we're gonna get this to match, at some point the hole's gonna have to be drilled here, and also you'll notice a bolt here, and the arm comes across and then it comes up. There's like a little pivot point right here so that this lock can actually operate, whereas the 68, it just comes straight up off the actual actuator and comes up, and your lock is right here. So I did notice that difference, so we'll have to, I guess, sort that out. Again, got the wiring all tied in, so it's all secured, nicely organized, and then I started bundling up a lot of this stuff here. You also notice I did put in the kind of kick panel or knee panel over there. What I'm gonna do now is, I still, like I said, I wanna figure out what I wanna do with this, so I'm gonna pause on that for just a minute, but all the wiring is done. Like I said, it took a while to get all that sorted out, but I'm going to show you guys the functionality of that after I get the door panels on, because door panels are removed, so I can't show you the functionality. But I want to button up some of this interior stuff, so I'm going to put in our secure our different modules, so our screen, our cluster, and also I want to get, you know, the center console and stuff ready to go. All right guys, so it's been a few days and I've been working on this thing, getting things dialed in. Super happy with the way things are going, but some stuff just showed up that I had ordered, so I wanted to do some fuses for the headlight setup that we finished before. So I got 3 inline fuses as well, so that's why I didn't put the loom on this section of the wire. So I'm gonna install these inline fuses, that way we have relayed fused connections in the front, and I just have the battery on the trickle charger again. I think I've told you guys in the previous video, this battery is like toast. It needs a battery really badly. If you leave it off the charger for any length of time, the thing is just unable to do anything. So I'm going to show you guys the door locks and windows in just a second after the battery charges up, but let me get these on here. I got my soldering iron going, I got my heat shrink, and I'm going to go ahead and get these soldered in, and I'll show you guys the result. All right, so we've got our 3 fuse blocks here, got them soldered, heat shrinked, and now I'm going to go ahead, put some loom on it, dress it all in nice. So let me show you. Okay guys, so wrapped that up. So as you can see there, it looks very factory, as we like to do around here. And we've got our 3 fuse blocks right there. So this is for all of our lighting stuff that we did. And then here is the end result here. So everything looks factory. We can put our fuse box lid back on. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you guys the functionality on the doors and the windows. So battery should be charged up half decent. Let me go ahead and show you. All right, so here we are inside, you guys. As you can see, the vehicle is off, and here's our window switches. So right now, nothing works. As you can see here, no windows are going up, down, anything like that. Nothing's moving. As soon as we turn this vehicle into accessory, I'm gonna close the door so you don't have to hear the dinging. Again, the door switches all work. So as soon as I close the door, no more dinging, but now our switches work. So there you go, there's window up. And this is just whatever kit is in here, it's aftermarket, so the windows are a little bit slow. And also the windows have to be adjusted, in my opinion. I think all the tracks aren't really adjusted properly. Here we go, here's the other front window. So that goes up, that one goes down. And then, I don't know which one's which just yet. I guess it's this one. I don't know which switch is. Okay, I'm not sure which switch is which, but you guys get the idea. There's that half window, up and down. And then last but not least, the other half window. So, and then I'll show you guys I'll show you guys the other switches work as well. So here we are on this side. Here's this window, up. And then of course down. Well, that switch works. And vehicle is still on. As soon as we turn it off, none of these functions will work. So again, it's gonna be like factory. Here's this window switch. And there's up. Down. And this might seem very elementary, you guys, but it's kind of a big feat on running all 2015 plus Charger Challenger wiring. So, and then here's down. So all the window switches and everything work. So pretty happy with the outcome. So I'm gonna put together all the interior and stuff, but we've got a lot of the functionality now working on this vehicle. All right, so check this out, you guys. We've got the red key programmed to the vehicle, and now when we go ahead, if we lock the vehicle, it actually locks the doors. So you can see here, it is locked. If we unlock, the electronic lock solenoid opens, and there you go. We can go ahead, relock it. So this functions just like a new Charger Challenger. Let me go to the other side. I'll show you guys this. This is super cool. So there is a year difference I found out. So we're gonna have to order some parts. I guess there's some different year differences, like I mentioned, where the lock is here or at the end of the door panel. That one's missing the hardware to relocate it to here, so that's gonna have to be done. But you'll see here, if I hit unlock, lock comes up, and of course we can open the door. And then of course if I hit lock, horn sounds, you saw the lock go down. Now the doors are locked, you can't open them. You wanna unlock it, hit unlock, lock goes up, and she opens. Also, if you guys are curious, from the front, same thing. When you lock it, everything locks, lights flash. When you unlock it, system wakes up, you can see everything illuminates. And yeah, this thing will essentially have the factory alarm system. If you try to open the door with a lock and alarm system activated, it will actually sound the alarm. So pretty cool that this thing has a security system and the works. So a lot was accomplished, you guys. It might seem simple, but to get this all to work with factory wiring and try to figure all this out and wrap my head around how to get the wiring and older door solenoids and window motors to function like factory does take a lot of time behind the scenes, and I'm just showing you guys the results, the before, the after. And like I said, there's a lot of hours that go into getting it to function like this. But I wanted to get this video out for you guys so you're updated on where we're at. Pretty much at this point, the vehicle runs, drives, and it's functioning almost like a new Hellcat. So I think it's pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think down below. So I want to get this video out for you guys so you're up to date. And then this week is going to be the last week of this vehicle. We're going to button everything back together, put all the interior back in, all that stuff, and get this thing ready. And then that is gonna be the end of this project. So if you guys are liking it so far, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys share these videos. If you guys like this type of content, you wanna see more of it in the future, share the videos with friends or anybody that you think would enjoy this content, and it will help the channel to grow and we can continue more cool projects like this. So thanks for watching. Check out the full build series. I'll see you guys on the next one.